Usually I like to start when the ship's nose is facing upwards. That way the revelation does give off a very menacing vibe. However, today the revelation was a little bit stubborn and I did not manage to get the ship to face upwards, although there is no up or down in space, but you know what I'm trying to say. Now, lately, a lot of players, as well as my friends, have been asking me why did I move to Fontaine. Now, that by itself is a very weird question, because I know for a fact that I haven't moved out of this area for over 3 years. This basically was and still is the home system, and this is the place where our corp was formed some 3 years ago. But just to be safe, just to be sure, I'll open up the map, and well, this is how the map looks, and here is Fontaine. Now, it's true that we are close to Fontaine, but as you can see, I'm not residing inside of Fontaine, and my location on the map is somewhere around there where the point is blinking. Syndicate. That's a weird way to spell Fontaine. That's honestly a very weird way to spell Fontaine, so I have no idea how did players even come to the conclusion that I moved to Fontaine. Well, I am well over here, and I've been here for a very long time. Okay, now I thought about getting a nanocore for this ship, and so far I really haven't decided on a nanocore. Now, I have the sleeper skin. This is not a nanocore, this is just a skin that I obtained a while ago, and honestly I really like how this ship looks with this sleeper skin. Now, we don't have a actual sleeper nanocore for the revelation, unfortunately, but I believe if we had a sleeper nanocore, I would probably go and get one, because I personally don't really like the other nanocores design-wise, although they look good, but there is something about the color effects of the sleeper skin and of the sleeper nanocore that is just unmatched. Now, the Cyber X core is pretty good, it looks good, but I don't think that I will get it. It's kind of expensive. And we have one blue nanocore, although none of them is available in the market. And the other cores also look nice, but I just like to look at this ship with the sleeper skin, and hopefully at one point we do get the sleeper nanocore, the actual nanocore for the revelation. Would be a secondary damage control, and that is going to be very... Now, the first target for today will be a Balgorn. I haven't had a Balgorn as target for a very long time, so this should be a pretty nice kill. And based on the amount of Concord missions that I've done there, that was a pretty good Balgorn. Okay, now let me send the alt account to go and loot the wreck. Let me just see where the wreck is located at. Okay, and now let me show you the Balgorn kill. 5 billion ISK flats. Well, that's a very nice number. A armor tank Balgorn without any rigs. Well, that's interesting. That explains why it's only 5 billion. Usually a Balgorn. Okay, the next target we have another Balgorn. Okay, well, looks like today is our lucky day. Let me go and quickly web and scramble the Balgorn. Doesn't look like they have a nano core, although it looks like they are a armor tank. So there is a chance that my alt might get destroyed, but that's okay. Easy to replace the stabber. Okay, so the Balgorn has enabled adaptive hardeners, but in couple hits the armor of the ship has been penetrated, and now the Balgorn is into hull, and the Balgorn is destroyed. This is the second Blood Raider battleship for today. Well then, let me take a look at the kill. 5.7 billion, much better than the first Balgorn. Mostly because this ship did have rigs. The rigs did add some 700 million to the value on the ship, but overall a solid, pretty solid start for today. Well then, let's return the alt to the revelation, and we can go to the next target. Goes for 5.5 or even 6 billion. Next target, we have one Macarial. Now this Macarial is part of a small PvP fleet. On the other side of the gate they have one interceptor, although not really sure why the Macarial jumped in first. I have rammed the Macarial with the stabber so that they don't reach the gate, and the Macarial is destroyed. 38,000 hits, that was a very nice hit, and should be a pretty nice kill as well. Let me loot the wreck. Okay, wreck looted. Returning the alt to the revelation, and now back to the main ship. Let's take a look at the kill. 3.69 billion, very nice. A solid Macarial kill. They had gyro stab ladders and triple webs, so I expect I guess the interceptor is the tackle, while the Macarial is the DPS. Overall, looked like a pretty solid build. Next target, we have another Macarial. I am going to send the stabber alt to tackle while I start shooting the Macarial with the revelation. First hit did a lot of damage on the shield. This Macarial looks like a shield tank. Web and scrambled. Okay, now the Macarial is not going to go anywhere. They're trying to turn around, but with webs that's not going to be that easy. 41,000. Now the Macarial is at about 35-40% armor, orbiting at 0 with the stabber. The Macarial is now into hull. They are boosting shield, although looks like that shield booster is not going to do much against capital lasers. And the Macarial has been destroyed. Nice. This is the third faction battleship for today. Overall, a very nice start. Okay, let me return the stabber to the revelation, and let's take a look at the Macarial kill. 3.69 billion again. Very nice. Now this Macarial had a artillery setup as well as some autocannons. Not really sure why dual autocannons, but okay, that's a very interesting sniping build. Triple webs and a shield tank. Not bad, although those two autocannons are a little bit suspicious. Now next target, we have one rattlesnake. This rattlesnake did scan us. My alt did get the scan notification, Although not really sure why they warped to the gate, because they sure did see 3 dreadnoughts on the gate. Now the rattlesnake is trying to... Well, they did try to warp out, but I guess that did not work. That was quick. I always forget that 3 dreadnoughts have a lot of alpha. And this rattlesnake was destroyed in 3 hits. There is the scanner, a pretty juicy scanner to be honest. So 1 dreadnought deleted the shield, the other dreadnought deleted the armor, and the 3rd one deleted the whole of that ship. Very nice. That's what I call teamwork. Let's take a look at the rattlesnake kill. This is the 4th faction battleship for a very nice 3.2 billion, a passive shield tank PvP build. This is something that I haven't seen in a very long time. A very interesting build. Definitely better than most of the rattlesnake builds that I see here. Much better than most of the builds that I see. Next target, we have 1 rock. Sending the alt to tackle the battleship. First hit, 23,000 damage. That was a big hit. The rock has extra base shield resistance from the skills, like the rattlesnake. Okay, webbed and scrambled, orbiting at 0 with the stabber, while the revelation will continue to deliver massive alpha hits. Now the rock is into armor. The rock is now into hull. And the rock is destroyed. Very nice catch. I see a lot of rocks lately. Not really sure why. However, I know that the rock is a fantastic shield tank, so I guess players started to take advantage of the shield tank on that ship. Okay, let's take a look at the kill. 1.9 billion. Very nice kill value on the rock. No nanocore, which is okay. A close range blaster build and a shield tank build. Very nice. I kinda like how that ship looked. Reminds me on my own rock build that I used. Next target, we have 1 Gila. I will go and send the alt to tackle the Gila. If the Gila survives for that, but I guess the Gila did not survive, so the alt did not manage to reach the Gila on time, but I'll manage to loot the wreck on time. And I did get the kill somehow. Okay, let's loot the wreck. Well, looks like the cargo hold is full. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff inside that I can just launch back into space, because, well, obviously not all of these modules are going to be expensive, but yeah, I have to dock and clear the cargo. Okay, this should do it. A little bit more space. Let me loot. Okay, this should be enough. Wait, hold a second. Hold a moment. That's a Tempest Striker. Oh yes, it is. Oh well, I missed this battleship. I was too busy looking at the wreck. Didn't even realize that we had another target popping in. Okay, that's very nice. Let's take a look at the kill. 2.3 billion, a shield tank PvP Tempest Striker. Wonder where they were going, and let's take a look at the Gila, 1.5 billion, also a shield tank. Well, looks like I have to... Let's loot what I have, what I can loot, and then I can go and dock just to empty the cargo hold of this ship so that I can return and loot the other ship. The Stabber has a very small cargo hold. Next target we have one Apocalypse Striker. Well, we had a Gila, a Tempest Striker and the Apocalypse Striker side by side. Very nice. First hit 20,000 damage. The Striker is now into low shield. The other Dreadnought did remove the armor, and I almost removed the hull. And the last hit, the fourth hit, did destroy this battleship. Well, I guess today is our lucky day. I did not even manage to empty the cargo on the Stabber. Well, I guess the cargo will be full when I go and loot the Apocalypse Striker. Overall, a very solid kill. 2.2 billion. They dropped beam lasers. A classic PvE build on this Apocalypse Striker. Next we have one Daredevil. Let's quickly go and web the Daredevil before they reach the gate. The Daredevil is a fast little ship. Can also be quite scary. And of course it does take quite a while to lock on a small ship with the Revelation. However, I have enough tracking to hit the Daredevil. And that was a very nice kill. Okay, let me return back to the Revelation. And let's take a look at the Daredevil kill. Wait, hold a second, what is this? 2.3 billion? Oh, they dropped B-types. Okay. This is what I call jackpots. That was a very nice kill. Let's take a closer look. B-type turrets. Well, okay. Yeah, this Daredevil did not have a very good day. Everything of value did drop. That was a fantastic kill. Next we have an Ortus that popped out of nowhere. The Ortus webbed, already in the hole, and the Ortus has been destroyed. Very nice. Always nice to shoot down a Mordu cruiser. Those things are expensive, but they're also pretty scary ships. I flew one. 3.8 billion. So they had a classic Ortus build. Very nice. Although a afterburner instead of a micro updrive might be the mistake, because those ships are overall excellent kites with the micro updrive. One of the best, if not the best, cruiser for that job. Best low stack hunting cruiser with the best possible missile stats. Next we have one Raven. Now this Raven is trying to burn out of the bubble, but that's not going to work. 13,000 is the first hit because they started to use
We're under attack.
the adaptive harness. We'll orbit 0 with the out. They are shooting at our bubble. They turned on the damage control. Actually no, they are shooting at the Revelation. Okay, you can see the missiles flying towards my ship. Well, that's a big mistake to shoot at the Revelation, because that Revelation is built to withstand a lot of DPS. One Raven is never going to break that ship. Now my alt is the primary target. Okay, damage control active. I built the Stabber to withstand damage, so I'm not really worried about this ship. It will survive without a problem. And the Raven is destroyed. The alt survived at low shield, just as I expected. Okay, let me return the alt to the Revelation, in the orbit of the Revelation. And let's take a look at the Raven kill. 591 million. They use the rapid missiles and a full-on buffer tank. I like that build. I use something similar on the Macariel. Overall, a decent PvP Raven. Okay, alt should be in orbit very soon. Next target we have another Raven. Ignore my damaged armor, we were testing some things out. The armor will be repaired in a second when I go and turn on the armor repairer. The Raven is in about 45% shield. Now the Raven is into hull. That was a big hit on the armor. Let me quickly repair the armor of my own ship. And the Raven has been destroyed. Nice. Okay, didn't have to tackle with my alt. Actually, my alt is offline at the moment. 945 million, a very decent value on the Raven, almost 1 billion. And this Raven had a very interesting build, although not really sure if I would use this build, but yeah, that's why the Raven did last long. They had no tank. Next we have one Raven Striker, and well, this Striker had a lot of shield, but that shield got removed in one hit from the Revelation. It was a massive 51,000 hit. It's very satisfying to watch as you delete the shields and armors of very tanky ships with the Revelation. It has a lot of alpha damage. I think my record was about 250,000, something like that. That's with the DPS build. And overall, let me quickly go and drop some items that I don't need. I have to clear the cargo hold because, well, it's full again, and there is a lot of stuff that is just laying around. $2 billion. This was also a PvP Raven Striker, very interesting. Always very nice to see PvP builds being used. Next target we have a Golden Tempest. My alt has been sent to web and scramble the target, but I think the Tempest will go down before my alt goes into position, and yeah, just as the Tempest was exploding, the alt reached the ship. Okay, let's take a look at the wreck. Let's loot the wreck, and then let's go back to the main ship. Overall, looked like a pretty decent Tempest. If we take a look at the wreck, it was pretty good. Now let's take a look at the Tempest kill. Almost 700 million. A armor tank Tempest. A PvP armor tank Tempest. Okay, interesting.
Shield damaged.
Next we have one faction cruiser. We have Aguila. Let's quickly lock on and let me approach with the alt. Looks like this Gila has the Cyber Axe nanocore. webbed and scrambled, and the Gila has been deleted. 27,000, a 27,000 hits. I love to pop the faction cruisers. The Gila might be one of my favorite ships to shoot at, because it's so satisfying to just watch them explode in one hit. Okay, now that was a cyber accidental core. I'm pretty sure it was, but we're about to find out. 1.8 billion. Okay. Dark Halo nano core. And a cyber accidental core. So this Gila might actually just lost one nanocore, because if you have a nanocore in the cargo hold and if your ship goes down, you are not getting that nanocore back. So yeah, that was a destroyed nanocore. Next we have another Gila with another CyberX nanocore. Let's hope that this Gila did not forget to remove the nanocore from the cargo hold. My alt will web the target. Okay, webbed and scrambled. And the Gila is deleted. Very nice. Another ship with the CyberX nanocore has been destroyed. Let's take a look at the kill. When I return my alt to the relation, 1.8 billion, this Gila used rapid missiles, sentient drone damage amplifier, that's a very interesting module, and a Virilicus medium Nosferatu. Overall a pretty decent loot drop, and a pretty decent value. This was a pretty good kill. And of course they had the CyberX nanocore installed. That nanocore looks really good, although I'm not really a fan of it because of the extra stabs that it gives. Next target we have one Phantasm. Let's quickly go and tackle the Phantasm. They can be quite slippery, they can be quite fast. Why is my alt so slow with the micro object? Oh, of course, the micro object wasn't enabled. That explains why the ship was slow. First hit missed. I have to web as quickly as possible. Okay, webbed and scrambled. 13,000 first hit. Looks like the Phantasm has a lot of shield. Stabber has jumped in. That's the secondary target. Phantasm destroyed. Let's go after the Stabber. Stabber already within web and scramble range. Web and scrambled. Let's approach on 0. This Stabber is at the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay, both ships have been destroyed. Let's take a look at the kill. I mean, first let's loot the wrecks. My apologies. Before I forget to loot the wreck. Could be quite expensive. You never know what you can get from the ships. Okay, let's take a look at the kills. 1.4 billion. A large afterburner Phantasm. You know, this was a very lucky catch, because a large afterburner Phantasm in the right hands is actually one very slippery ship. They can be very fast, and they also used beam lasers, so this was a long range Phantasm. Very interesting build, and also no shield booster. This was a speed tank. The tank of that ship was relying on the speed. And well, this is one very interesting target. This is a Venture 4, one of the more rare ships that you won't find that often in the game. So that's why this ship is included in the list here. You don't see a lot of these ships around, so it's always nice when I get to shoot at one, and the Venture 4 has been destroyed. Let's take a look at the kill. 321 million. These ships are also quite expensive and quite rare. Rare and expensive. A very nice addition to my collection. Next we have a Tornado 2 with the Golden Age nanocore. Now they're moving, and I think they are trying to... Oh well, in any case, that did not work what they were trying to do. With the mic warp drive, you increase your signature radius, and that makes it easier to hit. 711 million, a medium mic warp drive. That was a very nice tornado to kill. Next we have another Tornado 2. Now the first hit missed. It happens. Sometimes it does miss, but let's wait for the webs to start working. Okay, target webbed, and it missed a second time. Okay then. Well, let's wait for the ship's velocity to be slowed down. Or not. Okay, now the ship started to take damage. And the Tornado 2 has been destroyed. Very nice. $502 million overall, a solid catch, I would say. Next target we have one Vexor Sniper. Now a little fun fact. The Vexor Sniper hull design does actually look like the Ishtar, although the stats are definitely not Ishtar stats. Those stats are on the Vexor too. So yeah, the developers really need to change the looks on these ships a lot, because it's weird to have the Ishtar hull design on the Vexor Sniper. And I think that will happen in December. Very soon, perhaps even next week. Or this week, depends when I upload this video. Okay, that was a very nice target. Let's take a look at the kill. 631 million, a very expensive Vexor Sniper. Usually these ships don't go above 250 million, but this one was quite expensive. Vexor Comet nanocore, a very good and unique looking nanocore. Next target we have one Dominix. The Dominix is trying to burn away. They're trying to get out of the bubble, but I think that's not going to work. Alt is on the way, but not really sure if... Yeah, the alt wasn't really necessary in this case, because the Dominix did do the mistake that most players do, and they made it a lot easier for my ship to track them. When they try to move away from the ship at a straight line, that spells doom for that ship, because the tracking will hit the ship. The capital letters will easily hit the target, and well, as you can see, that's what happened here. Okay, should be a pretty solid Dominix kill. After all, It was a battleship. Battleships are usually good kills. 673 million. A shield tank. Oh, it looks nice. It does look nice. Definitely not cursed like some of the other ships that we did see in the past. I've seen a lot of very cursed ships, and yeah, it makes me a little bit worried. Okay, next target we have a Catalyst Interdictor. Now I'm logging in my alt to... Actually, never mind, don't have to. The catalyst has been webbed and scrambled. Now, what is a Catalyst 2 Interdictor doing here? Well, we had a lot of very suspicious activity lately, and we did catch a lot of very suspicious ships. That includes a couple of Sino ships, so I think we all know what's happening here. So we did manage to destroy most of the ships that tried to slip in to open Sino. But I know that there is going to be more, so it will be interesting to see what happens. So far, I mean, we did play a cat and mouse game with couple new corps that did show up in our home system. Basically, when I log out, they log in and they start camping, but when I log in, they immediately vanish from the gate. And I have an idea how to catch them. I have a very solid idea how to catch them, so yeah. However, they did not show up, since I have decided to use the good old revelation for the job. They did not show up so far. I mean, they kind of did if we include the Macarial that was roaming around with the Interceptor, but the main fleet did not show up yet, although perhaps they will, I don't know. However, I will set my plan into full action, so if they do end up coming here, they will leave with a lot of lost ships. Okay, this was one Oracle 2 that got yeeted in one hit. 619 million, a decent kill. Very not really sure if this is a PvP build. Not really sure if that's a PvP build, but in any case, decent value. Let me loot the wreck with the alt account. And of course the cargo hold is full, so I have to remove a lot of items in order to loot the wreck. Well, that trainer is at the wrong place at the wrong time. Got destroyed pretty quickly. And let's dock the loot. I didn't follow on how much ISK we already got today, but I think it's well over 1 or 2 billion. Okay, what was that? That was I haven't even seen what ship was destroyed. A Manticore 3, okay. 520 million. Tier 10 bomber. A very solid kill. Next, there is a Vexor. Let's go and lock on. $241 million, and they basically dropped everything. all the high slots have dropped. Okay, let me loot with the alt. And now let's go back to the orbit around the revelation. Now we have another very suspicious ship over here, a RB interdictor. Now this ship did not jump through the gate. This ship basically landed out of nowhere, which means that this ship was actually logged out at the gate. And yes, that is indeed a very suspicious activity. And we all know what the goal was. What the goal was for the interdictor. The goal was to capture one of our dreadnoughts while they warp from the station to the gate. However, their plan failed because I have expected this, and we did decide to wait for them. And as you can see, waiting did pay off. We got one of their ships that was hidden on the gate here. There will be more probably, and there is probably a lot more ships like that hidden there. But we will see what will happen. Next target, this is a Myrmidon. Alt is approaching. Soon the Myrmidon will be tackled. And the Myrmidon has been destroyed. $243 million overall, a solid value. However, they used lasers, and that is a little bit weird for a Galenta ship. Now next target we have one retriever. And the retriever is trying to burn out, but I don't think that will happen. The ship appears to be slow, webbed and scrambled, and the revelation has destroyed the ship. Okay, let's take a look at the kill. 217 million. Overall a solid value. They had the wave graphs in the cargo hold, which can be quite expensive. Next target we have one Drake. Well, that was fast. The Drake got destroyed in one hit. And this looks like a PvP Drake, although not really sure why a combination of rapid missiles and torpedo launchers. That's not going to deliver very good DPS. This was a prophecy command, also destroyed in one hit. $242 million. Unfortunately, this was a shield tank prophecy, and that is not working well. A prophecy is built to be a armor tank. The shield on that ship is not good. Next we have a Cyclone.
We're under attack.
218 million. Overall a decent kill value. Next we have one Talos. Let's quickly go and destroy the Talos. My alt is currently offline, we have other ships that can tackle. Although this Talos doesn't seem to be moving, and that's going to ensure that the ship is destroyed in around one hit. They took a 35,000 hit, which is nice for a battlecruiser. 242 million. A armor tank, a PvP build as well. Buffer tank, buffer armor tank, PvP build. We have a Hurricane logistic. Now I'm going to try to let my friend get the kill to finish Concord Pass, although I'm starting to get a little bit worried about the tank of that ship. And I had to quickly delete the Hurricane logistic because those ships can be good bait ships and you never know what can happen. 327 million. Okay, this was a... Well, this Hurricane was a logistic ship, wasn't a PvP logi, which is very interesting. And I just realized that I made a mistake. I thought I turned off siege mode, but instead I actually turned it on, and that's why the ship got destroyed so quickly. Was a little mistake, it happens. Next we have one Daredevil. The Daredevil is moving away from the bubble, which means we need to tackle this ship pretty quickly, or the Daredevil can actually escape. Okay, the Daredevil has been webbed, and any moment I will gain enough tracking to... The ship will slow down enough to be able to be tracked by the capital lasers. Or perhaps not, who knows? Well, I did not manage to hit this Daredevil, but in any case, the frigate got destroyed. Let's take a look at the kill. 540 million, they had a Shadow Serpentis micro warp drive. I like to see those modules, they're quite rare. Next target we have another Cyclone. I guess today will be Cyclone party. There's a lot of Cyclones around. They're good ships, very cheap and honestly very good ships. They all need a good build. Doesn't have to be expensive. Any build that's, you know, that's actually made to be good will be good, no matter how much it costs. And the Cyclone has been destroyed, or blown away, depends which term you prefer. $244 million, a very nice value. This was another cyclone that got destroyed. The fourth or fifth cyclone for today. 290 million, also pretty decently valued. Next we have another cyclone, and this one is actually a little bit more different. They have the Halloween skin and it looks really nice. However, I have to destroy this ship and now the cyclone is destroyed. But that ship did look very nice with the Halloween skin. Okay, let me show you the kill. 187 million. Again, a very decent loot drop and very decent value. Let's see if there is any more cyclones on the menu today. Okay, the next ship is not a cyclone but a RB cover tops. Now, I'm currently playing on the alt here. Basically, I clicked focus fire on the revelation, or I didn't, so I'm focused more on the stabber in order to tackle properly, because the ship had the chance to be a Sino, so I have to be very careful. Okay, now the capital lasers are shooting, and the RB will be destroyed at any moment now. Just need to wait until the ship is slowed down enough for the capital lasers to be able to track. And the RB is destroyed. Nice. 260 million. This was a PvP RB, the build that I used to run on this ship a long time ago. A similar build, a very similar build, not exactly this one, but very similar. I was a active tank, but overall a decent RB value. Very nice ship. And the next target, we have a Moa Guardian. What is a Guardian doing here? That's the question. Well, the Guardian is destroyed in one hit. Let me loot the wreck with the alt, and then I can go and show you the kill. 114 million, and yeah, this is a very cursed Guardian. Let's not look at that build anymore, because yeah, it's not a good build at all. And let's return the tackle ship around the revelation. Well, this was a very nice run with the revelation. This thing is absolutely insane. The revelation remains one of my favorite capital ships. Cannot wait for the Chonk to be released. I will fly that thing. I already said that like 100 times, but when we get the faction capital ships, when we get the faction dreadnoughts, I will fly the Chonk, and that is going to be hilarious. So with that being said, hope that you enjoyed. Stay safe, fly safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.